All right, this is my thoughts after the Sixers game. Very, very, very frustrating loss. This should have been a win. Crazy. I give props to the Nuggets for balling out, hitting some crazy shots. Somehow going to the free throw line, having 28 free throw attempts. That's really crazy. Especially not having any stars playing. Literally have no one playing. But yeah, give them props for hitting crazy shots and being competitive because obviously the Sixers weren't ready. Nick Nurse has no idea what the hell he's doing. Don't even get me started on him. Yeah, I give props to the Nuggets. They fucking did. I mean, this is what happens in the NBA. When the whole team's out, yeah, other team has no report on the other dudes playing, so it's literally like pickup basketball for them. And their head coach wasn't even coaching them. Just told them you go out there and basically play because it's the NBA. Who fucking cares, I guess. But Nick Nurse, in that overtime, you're up, right? All you need a damn bucket, right? So why not use a timeout and draw a play? But more specifically, we are playing defense, right? Playing defense. They need to make a basket. They get a shot up. We don't get the board. They get the board again. Fresh 14. They burn a little time, and we get a good stop. Why are we running a fucking fast break? Why don't you slow the fucking game down? Maybe call timeout. Get your players in the right spot. Because obviously, Joel was dogging at the end of that game. You played him the whole third quarter. And then now you're making him play half of the fourth and the whole overtime. You are and Paul George. Like, I love Bona. Don't get me wrong. I love Bona. That's the reason why they came back in that fourth quarter, because we had Bona in the whole damn time, who's a guy that can't hit a shot. If they're in a zone, why is Bona just going to stand in the middle and do nothing? And he's not going to shoot it. The only thing he does is dunk and layups. Nothing against the guy, but he's limited out on the court. So why don't you put the dude that you're paying the big bucks for to be your option 3, but he's really your option 4 right now, to stand in the corner and just hit some damn shots. I don't care that he's 3 for 10 from the field. He still plays good defense. He still can defend the rim as he showed when he was out there. It's just really baffling to me that sometimes we just forget that we have players on the team that can do stuff. And why are we starting the overtime without Grimes on the floor? I'm sorry, but you saw the way that we didn't need Bone out there. We needed just more guards because they had. Now, all they were doing was going through the guards, and they were just trying to switch Embiid on Pickett, right? Just trying to switch him on every single time because Embiid he can't guard him anymore. He can't. He's not the Embiid he was 3, 4, 5 years ago, all right? He is not a shell of himself, but he is half, maybe 3/4 the player he was. Love the guy, but in the end of the game, when his legs are gassed, he's already had fallen on the ground half the time. It's nearly impossible for him to even keep up, and you have to switch off. You're making VJ run more, and you're making Maxey run more. So honestly, in that point, I was telling my brother we should just, in that final drive, I'm like, why are we even having Joel out there? Like, when the Nuggets had the ball with 38 seconds left, because I said they're going to want to get a quick shot off because they want another chance just in case. If we miss. And granted, guess what happened? They miss, and instead of Nick Nurse just calling a timeout, drawing up a play, no, we have to run down the whole way 4. Maxey, and then I think that was the VJ one where VJ just didn't do anything, misses it, and then they got a fast break in the Bruce Brown. And granted, I would think if we call a timeout, it slows the game down. They want to play fast. You know why? Because those motherfuckers didn't play. They barely played last night. They didn't do They didn't play at all. All right, they didn't do anything. But yeah, Nick Nurse, I've despised the dude ever really since we signed him. I thought he'd be good, mate, but he don't draw up any plays. He doesn't really coach them. Like, he's supposed to be a defensive guy now. Granted, they were top 4 before the game in defense, but granted, the NBA is so bad really anymore that defense don't really matter. It's who can get the most possessions at the end of the game. That's really all that matters. But I don't like Nurse. Never liked Nurse. I think he's done a very poor job. I don't see really much plays other than Maxey running around. VJ stands in the corner. You give him the ball. Yeah, he chucks some shots. Just frustrating. They come off a great Knicks win, but they do this a lot. They beat some good teams, and then they literally lose to a stinker. Now, the Nuggets aren't a stinker, but the lineup they put out tonight was stinkers. Granted, they're all NBA players. I'm giving them props because they're still good and they made it there. Obviously, they balled out tonight. Props to them. But like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? I'm assuming they just want to get rid of Drummond because I don't know. Like, I don't really know what they want to do with him because I know he's out there who can, he can do the same stuff as Bona does, except he's a veteran and he ain't gonna do stupid shit. And God, there were just so many times like we were trying to do too much in. We're trying to do too much in that overtime. Like, why are we trying to run for every fast break? I know easy points, but at the same time, like, it's not wide open points all the time. And you have Joel trying to throw it to Paul George when I think Grimes or Maxey was like literally just straight in front of him. He could have passed it to. I don't know. Very frustrating game. That's about it. I just don't like Nick Nurse, guys. I really don't like Nick Nurse, but what are you going to do, I guess?